What is going on? What is going on, everybody? It is episode 12 of Road to the Draft. We are really trying to figure out what the hell the Eagles are doing right now and why it's so quiet and why things just need to happen. Obviously a few things with we've heard some news about Andre Dillard about a potential trade happening soon. I'm hoping so. I think they're just waiting for the right price is what I'm hearing right now. When it comes down to it, I think I don't know what they're going to get for him, but I guess he could be a draft day trade. He could be, he could pretty much trade before the draft too. I don't know what they can get for him. I mean, look, I'm looking for maybe a third or fourth round pick. If we get anything higher than that, I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked at this point, but nothing on Honey Badger yet. Still quiet. He hasn't signed with anybody yet, so at least we have some type of hope. Really, the only move I'm kind of looking for right now is a Honey Badger type move. I mean, other than that, I think the Eagles will be quiet regardless. Obviously the Eagles lost out on Stephon Gilmore, which I was totally fine with. No problem at all, period. So, hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Hope everybody had a good Easter. Hope everyone was hanging out with the families, chilling out. We got the Sixers tonight. Game 2, was it 7:30? I think it was 7:30 tonight, Sixers. So, yeah, excited. Philly sports going on. Hey, Joey, how you doing? We need to get Matthew sometime soon, right? That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm waiting for right now. Leonard Kate said, what up, latest on Honey Badger? There's nothing yet, man. It's quiet, but it's a good thing that it's quiet. It means that the Eagles are staying persistent on getting Honey Badger in the building. So, Brand says, keep it up, man. You too, bro. George, what's going on, bro? Alex, what's going on? We got food for folks. Says Honey Badger news. Thanks and have an awesome day. There's nothing yet. Sloppy Joe, Sloppy Show, what's going on? Says help. Denzel Ward just set the future cornerback market. Eagles need to adapt or die. Sign good players at this point. Yeah, it's they got to draft a cornerback. He got over $100 million deal for 5 years. Denzel Ward, good. I mean, good for him. Good contract for him. Sorry, Joey. What's going on, man? Zachary, what's up, dude? Ryan says, I think the Philadelphia Eagles are working something with Trde or working with Tyrann Mathieu. I think they're trying to get a deal done for Tyrann Mathieu. I think that's what's happening. Really, I don't see anything else going on. Unless there's something, Dan Cilio put out some news today. I don't know why he does this because he sets himself up to be attacked by the fans. Dan Cilio put out news today that Arizona, Kyle Murray, the Eagles talks are heating up. And I don't know why he does that. He puts stuff like that on. I mean, I love his takes, but I don't know why he puts stuff like that on Twitter for. Donnie says 10 more days. Dude, it's crazy. Howie Vision is coming alive, and we're about to see what happens to this draft in 10 days. I'm excited. Recently, Raptors fans on Twitter saying that some out-of-pocket stuff about Embiid. Now, they have – so who's out of this game? The guy with the ankle, is he out for that game? I don't know. Shane says, hey, Joey, hope you had a nice – oh, yeah, it was a great weekend. I hope you guys had a good Easter. Rock, what's going on, bro? Philly Sports Attire News has been especially quiet. Yeah, and it's quiet for a reason. He hasn't signed with anybody yet. Eagles, I think from what I've read so far, there is an offer on the table right now. I think the Eagles are just working on some things. So I think there is an offer on the table right now for Honey Badger and really just waiting out to see what he's doing, whether he's going to go back to the Saints. The Steelers might have jumped in, which I've heard that rumor. So, I mean, I think theoretically, I think it's between the Eagles, and I think it's between the Eagles and the Saints as of right now. So, Barron says, yo, Joey, how about that buzzer beater by Tatum against the Brooklyn? Yeah, I didn't watch that game, but I heard about it. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Thomas, what's going on, man? He says, hello there, Joey. How are you doing? I'm doing good, man. Same old, same old. Kakashi says, which 76 do you think would be the best football player? Embiid, probably. I mean, I can see Embiid being I can see Embiid being either a really good defensive end or a tight end, I would have to say. Maybe a tight end and a defensive end. Snooze says, what up, Joey? Draft can't get here fast enough. Totally agreed, bro. Will says, what's up? What's going on, man? Eagles gang. The draft is 10 days away, and the rumors are heating up like the Deebo Samuel rumor that we're interested in him. I don't know. I saw a little bit of stuff on that. So it looks like A.J. Brown, Deebo, and some of these guys aren't showing up to the voluntary the voluntary workouts or whatever. So it looks like they're not even coming in for workouts. So I don't know what the Eagles are doing. I really don't. If you saw anything new about the Eagles when it comes down to it, I haven't seen nothing on Deebo. Anything new about the Eagles being interested in Deebo? I haven't seen anything unless I'm missing something here. So we'll see. We'll see. King James, what's going on, bro? He said how he's being cautious and paying anyone and being stuck in another veteran contract for so long. You know what? It's crazy though because it looks like Howie's kind of. It looks like at the end of the day, like just think about it. If Howie drafts a receiver, drafts a cornerback, you don't have to pay these guys for another 4 to 5 years, depending on where they draft them. And you don't have to pay those guys right now. I wanted to bring a veteran receiver in first day of free agency. That was kind of what I wanted. I think that's what this receiver core needed. And I don't think Zach Pascal is. I think he's a good addition, but I don't think he's that veteran guy they've been looking for. But they passed on a lot of veteran talent, unfortunately. So if it was by Andrew Booth and Jameson Williams in the first, I could see that. I'm kind of hyped to see where they're going to go, if they're going to go receiver and corner and not even touch defensive line. I made a video the other day on Perion Winfrey from Oklahoma, and that's a guy who can move all over the defensive line. He is a defensive tackle that's got really I think he just has really bad hand placement, but he is a big force though in the second round if you could pick him up. So I don't know. They might go defensive line in the second round. They could go trenches in the second round and go get a corner wide receiver in the first. From what I'm hearing right now, it looks like Jameson Williams and Garrett Wilson are going to be top 10 picks. It might be. That's what I'm hearing around the league right now, that Jameson Williams, Garrett Wilson, like the two top guys, top tier wide receivers. So they said you see what AJ Terry and Deebo are doing. No, I have not. Rock said, Joey, how would you feel if we get John Mechie in the second round and with the 15th pick we go defense? I'm totally fine with that. I'm totally fine. I would rather go wide receiver in the second round. If you want to go get Jahan Dotson, if you want to go get, George Pickens is probably one of my favorites in the second round. Who's that other guy that I've really been liking a lot too, that I think he could be an early second? What's his name? I think it's Alec Pierce. Alec Pierce is another one I've kind of been looking at too. Big receiver, good speed, good hands. Alex says maybe a deal or deal. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Philadelphia Eagles fan too said, Joey, did you hear about Kelvin Joseph? Yeah, the stuff with the Cowboys. Yeah, I mean, I heard he didn't get in trouble for it, but Fab Adam says, which college do you root for? I really don't root for anybody. Like I've watched more of Penn State than any other team, just because I've just watched Penn State a little bit more than everybody else. So, AK Eagles podcast, what's going on, man? Hope you had a great. Yeah, it was good. I hope your Easter went well, dude. Hope your Easter went well. Sixers Dub, what's going on, bro? Bill said, I have a feeling from Matthew waiting to sign to see if Kansas City offers him more to play with Justin Reed. Yeah, I doubt that. I think KC's off the board now. I don't think they're even in on him anymore. I think that's a big reason why they signed Justin Reed, because he is a little bit younger, and I think they just want to move on. What about Jaquan? Oh, Brisker would be a fantastic safety, in the box safety. You can move him as a pass rusher, a blitzer. He could play almost any position on the defense. Brisker is one of my high second round picks. And I want to actually see, he might actually move into the first round, maybe a late first. It could happen. We'll see though. Alex says, I saw Dillard for a second in a prospect. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Desert said, hey, Shakes, my boy, some typos in stream tile. I don't know if you care. I probably did, because I literally did it really fast. So probably yeah, I did. Yeah, I totally did. I must have typed it so fast. All right, I fixed it. It's all right. Oh, I can't fix it while it's going. Okay, I can't fix it while it's streaming. It's all right. Brandon Peck said, would you take Cameron Thomas from San Diego? I've never looked at him before, so I don't know. We got a super chat from Oscar the Grass. Appreciate it very much, man. He said, I think Howie trades down again in first. Yeah, he might trade the 18th pick. I can see the 18th pick. 15, I don't see that being traded back. 18, if you want to get another second rounder, I can see that happening. So it could happen. It could happen. Donnie says Chad Moon and Pickens are going to be steals in the second round. Philadelphia fan Sue says the Eagles brought in their fourth Penn State prospect for pre-draft. Who, the linebacker? What is it? Something Smith? What is it? The linebacker? I haven't looked at too much at that Penn State linebacker, if that's who you're talking about. Brisker has too many injury issues. I'd rather take Kyle Trde or Kirby Joseph. Smoke Monday too. Kirk says QB in the first. Let's go. Yeah, I hope you're trolling, bro. I hope you're trolling. Bill said rumors has the New England Patriots are in talks with Tyrann Mathieu as of late of last night. I haven't seen nothing on that. If it was official, I haven't seen anything on it, like, at all. So I'm not really sure. Yo, Dilly, Philly starting to think we won't get Tyrann Mathieu. I would give it time, man. I think it might happen. I really do. And if it doesn't, it's not the end of the world, guys. Like, I think if you add in Tyrann Mathieu, though, you can really shore up this defense. You add Kaiser White, you add Hassan Reddick, go get a cornerback of the future that could be mentored by Big Play Slay. You get somebody on the defensive line when you have pretty much Javon Hargrave and Fletcher Cox going to become free agents next year. Most likely Javon Hargrave is probably going to re-sign it. They might save $13 million out of that deal, so we'll see. Yo, Troy, what's going on, man? Snooze says, I feel like Howie's going to go after a Jordan Davies to replace Cox and a cornerback to go after a receiver in the second, like Pickens. Believe they already had Pickens. Yeah, they had Pickens in for a visit. They definitely had Pickens in. So Eagles gang said now it looks like Stingley might go top. It might. I don't know. I really don't know where he's going to land. I haven't heard any news, rumors about where Stingley might land. I'm hearing maybe top 10, but who knows at this point? But the Eagles shouldn't sit at 15. I think we can all agree the Eagles shouldn't just wait and settle for whoever's at 15. I think they should be aggressive in this draft. I think that's where that's what they should do. Darius said we have too many picks this year. We have to trade up, not down. Oh, I think we got to I think with the 15th pick, you got to trade up. You have a second, you have 2/3, and you have 3/5. You have good compensation and some compensation next year if you want to add some mid-rounders in there too, if you really want to move up in this draft. So we'll see. Don says Stanley, Jordan Davis, and Pickens would be elite picks for us. I like that a lot. I really want to go trenches in the first round. I really want to go get Jordan Davis or Devontae Wyatt, one of those two guys from Georgia. I really do. Trisha Joey, I want Devin Lloyd. Yeah, I haven't talked about linebackers in Devin Lloyd and Nakobe Dean just because I don't think they're going to go after a linebacker in the first round or the second round. I feel like they're not going to a Kaiser White in the building. I just feel like that move kind of solidified they're not going after linebacker the first 2 rounds. Jay So Cool says we won't get a Honey Badger. All these interests and 0 signings is mind-blowing. I mean, the Eagles have struck out. I mean, I don't know how they've struck out so much. And it kind of makes me feel like, are the reporters making it too big to where they said that we have almost hit on some of these guys in free agency? Or is it the fact that nobody wants to play here? So it's kind of interesting to see. Ryan said Washington Commanders bringing Kyle Hamilton for pre-draft. Yeah, I saw that news. I saw that we invited a punter, Matt Areza. I hope they sign a punter because Aaron Sipos is horrible. He's trash. I mean, really bad. Yo, Jay Kills, what's going on, man? With the super chat, thank you so much, dude. He says Daxton Hill, Sam Williams, Roger. McCrary I haven't seen. I've seen Daxton Hill. I've watched from Michigan, and I think he's a really good moving piece. I think he can play multiple positions other than safety. Always gets his hands on the football. He's quick. He's fast. His lateral movement's really good. Daxton Hill is definitely a sleeper in this draft, in my opinion. Definitely a second-round pick if you want to go safety. So I would definitely give that a shot. Eagles gang said, guys, this draft board can go anywhere, but my number one guy is Sauce. My thing is, though, I don't know what the Giants are going to do, so might trade up to 4. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. If you have to trade up to 4, you probably have to give up 2 first-round picks. I don't know what it's going to cost, but it's going to cost you a good amount. If you want Stingley, you have to go up past 5. If you go to 6 at Carolina, that's another, spot you can go to, but we don't know what the Giants are doing because they almost have the same needs we do. They need offensive line, they need defensive end, they need cornerback. So, it can go either or. I think the Giants are definitely a threat. I mean, there was rumors that the Eagles, that the Giants might trade back. So even draft day, with no news available, they could trade back that 5th pick. I mean, they only have 1 first rounder for 2023. Plus Daniel Jones is on the last year of his contract. So they need quarterback help badly. And I don't know how they don't get compensation with 2 picks. I feel like they're going to waste those 2 picks. They're just going to waste it away in the first round. Derek said, can the Eagles get away with starting a 3rd round safety? They could. Depends who it is, though. Philly Sports, if you haven't, you should look at Chad Muma and Darian Beers for linebackers. Yeah, I haven't. Muma, I've heard his name fly around a little bit, but I haven't checked them out, though. Ashford says, just get Honey Badger already. Getting tired of this, especially with the division being dookie. Yo, Infamous, what's going on, man? What's going on, bro? Derek says, if they go D-line and cornerback in the first, wide receiver in the second, what does this team do at safety? I don't know. Because they really can't bring anybody back. McLeod signed with the Colts. I mean, there's really no safety blanket pickup that we can get. So I feel like, Marcus, do they give Marcus Epps a chance as a free safety? I don't know. I mean, I thought he played pretty well last year. I'll give him the credit for that, but we'll see. Mike says draft a wide receiver or trade for already proven wide receiver like Debo. What do you prefer? I want a proven guy. I've wanted a proven guy in the building, but how much is it going to cost to get him in the building, though? That's the question. I've wanted a proven guy since the first day of free agency. I didn't care if he was, I was fine with getting DJ Chark or, somebody like that. You know what I mean? It seemed like every receiver they were interested in kind of just, they let through their fingers. And they kind of said that they knew what the wide receiver market was going to be like. Okay. They knew what it was going to be like. The Calvin Ridley would be a Philadelphia Eagle right now. Calvin Ridley would be a number 2 receiver opposite Devontae Smith. I can't really blame Howie for that because he was smart. He knew what the market was going to be like. It was going to be almost impossible. But I think they could have, I think that's somewhat of an excuse to a point because I think they could have brought somebody and they could have signed somebody. So as of right now, it's unfortunate with Calvin Ridley. Would have been a Philadelphia Eagle right now. I mean, we wouldn't even have to worry about receiver right now. You know what I mean? Serge Dub said, what are your thoughts on cornerback Tariq Woolen out of UTSA? I haven't checked him out. I haven't. There's actually a couple people that were asking me about him. I haven't looked at him yet. Kirk said, never talk about getting a QB this year, Joey. We'll start skipping you. JC says Jameson Williams with Devonta sounds just about right. 2 Bama studs. I would love Jameson Williams badly. I mean, I don't know if they're going to take a chance on him. He came in for a pre-draft visit, so I guess that's something to kind of take out of it. He will be a top 10 pick. I think off an ACL or not, I think teams are taking chances. He will be running by the draft, and he'll be running by next week, and he'll be ready by training camp. So he'll be totally fine by training camp. Kirk said, I'm on board with building the defense. Oh, I'm totally on for building the defense in the first. I have no problem with it. Ross says, watch some Matt Rose highlights when you get a chance, Joey. Sick Edits has good highlights. So, yeah, Sick Edits is a good channel. I like watching their highlights. Winston said, I think we're going cornerback, wide receiver, Stingley, and Burks. Kaylor says, hey, Joey, is there any news that we will be taking Matt Corral with any of our picks? I don't know about you, but I do not want to have quarterback competition. No, there's not going to be any quarterback competition at all because if they draft Matt Corral, like Minshew's getting traded most likely. If they draft Matt Corral, then they have a trade on the table for Minshew. Probably after the draft, most likely. I think there's going to be a team that's going to take a shot at him, and the Eagles will get a draft pick out of it. I really want to get. I don't want to go near any quarterbacks the first or second round of this draft. I mean, if they take him in the second round, I'll be pissed off because at this point, like, it's just a wasted pick. I mean, why'd you make that Eagles Saints trade? Why'd you do that trade? I mean, to me, it makes no sense. You make that trade with the Saints for assurance for next year for a quarterback, but yet, you draft another quarterback this year. Then what if Corral gets some snaps this year and he looks pretty good? And I mean, look, I think Corral's movement is great. I like his throwing arm. I think he has a strong arm. I'm just not interested, man. I'm just not. Bill said, I heard Dallas trade back for Pittsburgh to move up to get a quarterback. Donnie says, Chad Muma is a beast, Joe. You got to check. Yeah, I will check him out. I will check Chad Muma Definitely another one I will check. I'm going to be, because by the draft, I'm not going to be able to cover everybody. I'm going to cover as much as I possibly can with some of these players. So Philly Sports says, have you looked at Brian Osama, the guy from Appalachian State? Sorry, I forgot his name. Yeah, I have never heard of him, so I'm not sure. Yo, Slayer, what's going on, man? Lance says, check out Jeremy Ruckert, defensive end, tight end from Ohio State. Great pass catcher, above average blocker. He can line up in on the line or out like a wideout. I'm excited to see if they actually go tight end early in this draft. I highly doubt it. You know, Tyree Jackson's come off an ACL. Jack Stahl has really been mostly a blocking tight end for us. He's only got maybe a few receptions for the year, but mostly been a blocking guy. Will Jack says, if Baker goes to the Panthers, would you want Robbie Anderson? No, not really. I don't know if Robbie's going to leave. We'll see, though. Donnie says, Chamu is responsible for multiple fumbles, interceptions, and picks. He is the real game changer. Yo, Gravy, what's going on, man? Eagles Gang says, guys, Nick loves Debo. Even when he randomly mentioned him in the press conference, I would not be surprised if Nick pushed Howie to get Debo like how he did with Devontae Smith. Yeah, but it's going to cost you a lot more to get. It's going to cost you. We stole Devontae Smith because we technically gave up a third-round pick for him, really, at the end of the day. Because you trade back from 6 to 12 with Miami, and you ended up getting a first-round pick. So you ended up getting a first-round pick, and you only gave away a third for Devontae Smith at the end of the day. But, you know, with Debo, it's going to cost the Eagles. It's going to cost. He can get paid $24+ a year. You know, it's going to happen. Reese said, if we don't draft a receiver, would you be up to getting Julio on a cheap? I wouldn't. I wouldn't even touch Julio Jones. He's 32 years old. He was injured last year. I mean, look, if they don't draft a receiver in this draft and they have to get a veteran, if they want to bring him in, it's fine, but I'm just not a big fan of it. Which I think Howie's doing the smoke and mirrors thing with the honey badger. Howie's a master of misdirection. Roland says, whichever route we go in the draft, we will not be able to fill every hole in the roster. I think it's important to keep that in mind. We are retooling for next year. Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%. We're definitely retooling for the next couple of years. I mean, it's almost impossible. The Eagles had a little bit of money this year, but they didn't have that much money. You know what I mean? So I thought they brought in some valuable pieces with Hassan Reddick and Kaiser White. They made some good signings. You know, Pascal's a good signing too, but, you know, I think he's going to be a nice big body receiver for us when we need him. I think he's going to be productive under Nick, as Nick was the offensive coordinator for the Colts, and he played very well with 2 600+ yard seasons. So, I mean, it's as a number 3 to number 4, I'm totally fine with Pascal being here, but it's not the true answer, no. Stu said, Jaquiz Tart is a free agent. He's a Matthew, but he's solid. Steve said, let's talk day 2 running backs. Ryan says, Tyrann Mathieu posted, I'm a fine detail kind of guy. We read all of it on Twitter. Trust me, I follow this every single day. Dixon said, I don't think it was a question of money to sign proven receiver free agent. I think they want a receiver in the draft they have their eyes on already. And that could be it too. I think they took a chance. They took a chance at Kirk, and if they said if we don't get Kirk, if we can't get, after Calvin Ridley went down, if we can't get Kirk, then I guess we'll go in this draft and go draft somebody because you don't have to pay somebody for the next 4 to 5 years. So, you know what I mean? So, I mean, you don't have to give them a big contract, I should say, after 4 to 5 years. So you have a little bit of time. Let's see. Matisse says, say Slay, Wallace, Matthew, Sauce. My God, what a secondary. I mean, Wallace is nothing special. Matthew is definitely going to help, but I'm telling you, Anthony Harris is definitely better than Kavon Wallace. Let's get that straight. That's Jameson Williams, another Eagles bust waiting to happen. Jalen, J-Jaw, Josh Huff, Jameson Williams. King James says, do you see any centers being drafted in the uncertainty of Jason Kelsey? I don't know. I haven't looked at a lot of offensive line just because I know we're going to end up drafting hopefully a right guard. But we'll see. I mean, Linderbaum's really one of the Linderbaum and Neal at right tackle that's going to be drafted top 6, top 7. He could go. Just say, what position do the Eagles need? Well, they need safety and quarterback. Like, really, really need safety and cornerback are the top 2 needs. They still need an offensive lineman. They need to draft another running back. They need to draft a receiver. They need to add more competition to the wide receiver room. Do not make anybody comfortable. You cannot make anybody comfortable. Donnie says Steve H. Yep, he would be that dude for us. Noah, so what's going on, man? So, yo, Shakes, check out Jeremy Ruckert. Great pass catcher, route running, also above average blocking, can be flexed out like a wide receiver. Philly Sports says, if Kyle Hamilton falls to us, would we not take chances with Matthew after draft? To be honest, look, if Matthew's not signed by the draft, I think it's done. I don't know if Matthew's going to wait till after the draft to get less money because he wants to get his money too. So I don't see him waiting until after. It could happen. I mean, he could wait till after the draft, but if the Eagles don't have him by like next week, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Ron said, man, I'm in love with Olave. I really don't want a receiver in the first, but if we do, I think Olave is the best receiver in the draft. No cap. I think he's going to be really good. I've seen a lot of mock drafts with the Eagles taking Olave. I really do. I've seen a lot of teams, a lot of analysts have the Eagles taking Olave in the first. You could get your wish. You could get your wish. Seriously, I heard Rams want Honey Badger. Yeah, I heard the Rams too. Yeah, I don't know. David Bell from Purdue is slept on. He's a wide receiver. Yeah, I've watched a little bit of him. Dominic says Eagles made a hard play for Tyrann Mathieu, but he decided to go to the Saints. That's what's going to happen. We'll see, dude. At the end of the day, he could be just driving up the price for the Saints because maybe he does want to go to the Saints. He left without a deal and said, hey, I'm going to go to some other team, see what they want. Had the virtual visit with the Eagles, and it seemed like the Eagles are very persistent. I think with the Eagles, they're trying not to let this trade get past them too much. You know what I mean? They're not letting this slip through their fingers very easily. When it says, "Are you doing a live stream draft night?" Yeah, me and Philly 500 are going to be streaming the draft. Totally streaming the draft. We're actually going to be streaming from both channels, so definitely give both channels a lot of love. Matthew said, "How much would you give up for a 6th overall?" I don't know, man. You're going to give up 15. I don't know. You might have to give up that second rounder. If you're moving up, man, if you're going up for a guy, you're going to be giving away probably your first and your second this year. 6. I mean, look, if they could get away with giving away like an 18, a third and a 5th plus a mid rounder next year or something like that, I'm fine with that if that can get it done. But it might not. But like I said, I don't think the Eagles should be patient. I think they should. I think if they want somebody, they're going to move up and go get them. Brian said, I'm hoping Eagles trade with Detroit, pick at 18, and another pick for 32 and 34. He says, just did a draft sim had to trade the 15, 2023 third, Dickerson pick for Panthers 6. Hopefully a trade draft night doesn't cost this much. I mean, if it's a first this year, a third next year, Dickerson and a 6th, I'd be fine. That's not too much. How is that too much? Giving away a 3rd-round pick for next year and a first for this year, I'm totally fine with that. You're switching first rounders, you get a 3rd and Dillard. I'd be fine with that. I think I would definitely take that. 100%. Who that dude said Honey Badger was at Walk-On's restaurant in New Orleans Saturday? Ron says, Zach, did we just agree on something? Brian says, I would love Eagles to pick out Justin Ross in the 3rd or 4th. Eagles Gang says, I think the price for Debo might be a first, maybe like 2 seconds and a late round pick. But if they do it, then they have to do it before draft night. Yeah, agreed. Totally agreed. It can't be a day. They can't do it during the draft. I highly doubt it. But Cole, did you see Honey Badger last tweet? He tweeted, I'm a detail guy. We read all the fine print. I hope Howie didn't do something stupid. Oh, maybe it's not us. Maybe it's on another team. Maybe it's about another team. Big Ed said, why do we want the 3-4 best prospect at cornerback, defensive, and wide receiver compared to getting the number 1 linebacker safety? I get everyone wants wide receiver, cornerback, but if Hamilton and Lloyd fall to us, they're respectfully number 1 at the position, we should jump. Now, is Kyle Hamilton as good as everyone says he is? Like, he's fallen out of this top 10, like, easily. Like, he's a big body safety, but is he quick enough? Is he going to be able to, with his lateral movement, to get, and make plays? I don't know. Is Kyle Hamilton talked or overhyped too much? You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of safeties. There's a lot of safeties in this draft. Like Kyle Hamilton, just the only first round safety going in this draft. I feel like there's more. We watched Jaquan Brisker. You know what I mean? So I don't know if the Eagles even have interest in, in Hamilton. So we'll see. Let's see here. Jay says, get those likes up, man. Appreciate it, Jay. Ron, what's going on, bro? Brian said, I would definitely pay Kirk big money. I mean, he got paid $17 million. He shouldn't even got paid that. He got overpaid. I mean, that's what free agency is. You get overpaid. That's the way it is. He's not even a 1,000-yard receiver. Yeah, Eagles gang said it perfectly. Kavon Wallace is all talk, no play, 100%. Brian said, I would rather it be Sauce, Slay, Brisker, and Harris. Sears says, I really think Howie has any confidence in Hurts. That's why we haven't made a big signing to free agency. What's the new quarterback in the draft? Yeah, I really hope they don't draft the quarterback. If they want to draft quarterback 6th round, totally fine with it. Totally fine with it. I'm sorry I'm yawning much. It's been a long couple of days. It was gang said but I like Wallace because he is a height. Yeah, he's a height man, but he doesn't give anything for your team though. Cyrus says, yeah, just like we have to stay away from USC receivers, we also have to stay away from any receiver whose name starts with a J. Roland, what's going on, man? Brian said the Eagles will quarterback take a shot of Bailey's. They also says, watch what I tell you, Joey fans going to be really pissed when Howie and crew trade another first rounder to move down, trying to outsmart everybody for value. Penny pinching and free agency deserved an F grade. Yeah, I hope they don't. Look, I have no problem with them trading back in this draft, but if they're moving down, they're trying to be smart to garner more picks and not build this roster, it's really going to piss me off. Depends who they get. I made a hard play for my neighbor's wife. She declined. Big place, like I said, would you let Jalen Hurts tickle your pickle for tickets for every Eagles game for 10 years? Oh, my God. Who that? Just a Badger will not sign with the Rams. He wants to play close to home. Nathaniel says the greatest gift, the curse, was letting Howie get 3 first-rounders. I knew that he would tank free agency and about to be on some bull in the draft. They're going to use that 15 pick but trade another first. Who knows, man? Sixer says, I'm on the interest of watching rounds 1, 2, and 3 in the draft. I don't care what we do after that. David says, I would trade up for Garrett Wilson or Williams if they're at 10. I'd agree. I would agree with that. Oh, Diggerson, not Dillard. Oh, yeah, I'm not giving away Diggerson then. I thought you meant Dillard. Sorry. I thought it said Dillard. You meant Diggerson? Hell no. Would not do that. Would definitely not do that then. Lawrence said they just paid Denzel Ward $100 million. These teams are retarded. The Browns overpaid a cornerback. We're not doing that. No, definitely not. Tommy said to get the 6th pick from Panthers, it would cost Eagles the 15th, a 3rd round, a 23 third, and Diggerson. I'm not opposed. Yeah, I don't know. Diggerson, no, probably not. You just drafted Diggerson last year, man. You cannot deplete this offensive line. You lose Dickerson, then you're gonna have to put Herbig at left guard, and I think Herbig plays better on the right side anyway. But it's not like he can't play there, but I wouldn't do that. King James, I'm more interested in seeing who we get in the later rounds, how he tends to find more hidden talent in later rounds. Yeah, I mean, it's true, but he needs to hit on this first-round pick. He doesn't hit on first-round picks too much. Sorry, too much. Who that do? I like Daxton Hill better than Kyle. I really like Daxton Hill a lot. Better than Kyle Hamilton, he might be. I don't know. I mean, he's only he's 5'11", 190 plus, so he's not, he's not a big safety, but I think he plays really well. He plays really big. Who says Hamilton overrated? Mike says Daxton Hill will go in the 1st. Yeah, we'll see. Yo, Bloodshot, Shake Squad, what's going on, man? Sounds like we still got the Sixers. Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited for game 2 tonight. Stu said, if you plan on taking corner and wide receiver, then I think Eagles are a perfect spot to go get. Just sit pat. Sounds like Eagles need a receiver to comment Devontae, not a gadget receiver like Debo. He's a bad fit for what Sirianni wants to run because he really wants to get back in the first half last season spread offense. Yeah, and the thing is, even if you get Debo, there's no guarantee he's going to play well here either because you have to use Debo in a certain way. You got to put him as a running back and do those little passes to him or whatever you want to do with him because he is a wide back at the end of the day. Plays both positions. So if they only use him for wide receiver, not really – going far with his skill set, then I don't know what they're doing. You know what I mean? Thomas said that's what the simulation accepted the trade offer. Desroke says scale is 1 to 10. If pass rush was a 5 last year, what do you think it will be this year if they stay exactly how it is now? If it was a 5 last year, what do you think it would be? I have no idea. Stingley, I would definitely take a chance on. Johnson saying the Eagles are cheap or Howie's a penny pincher is just plain stupid. They aren't working with monopoly money. Heel Eagle says there are no first-round QBs in the draft. The Panthers don't want to pick because of that. We should give a first to Minshew for Sauce and Davis. I would totally do that in a heartbeat. Bro, yeah, I would totally do that in a heartbeat. I would have no problem with that at all. Big play say, Visual says, my peeps is a butter is Jalen Fingers when I see Jalen Hurts. Tommy's saying, I was saying I'm not opposed to what you said. I wouldn't make the trade either. We need Dickerson. Yeah. Dickerson definitely is the future, man. Noah says, did y'all see Denzel Ward is now the highest paid cornerback in NFL history, 5 years? Yeah, dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't even think he's that good, to be honest. Here's up. Do you think Thibodeaux will fall to us in the first round? He could fall. That's definitely a name. Like I can see the Giants drafting him at 5 too. I can see that they need defensive end badly as well, so they could take him at 5. He could be a top 7 pick, but he could move down. Yo, Chris, what's going on, man? There's a Daxton Hill has a lot of range with his speed. Yeah, he has a lot of range. He always gets his hands on the football too, which I really do like. And his football IQ is great. He's smart. Will said out here in Cancun for my 21st. Bless you and your family. Hey, appreciate it, man. And definitely happy birthday, bro. Shane said, I 100% believe the Eagles give Dallas our 18th for Cowboys 24th and third rounder, so Cowboys can grab a receiver after Smith trade last year. I could see it happening again. Well, we'll see. Craig Miller said, I would trade both first-round picks to the Jets for the number 3 pick to go get Sauce. He has elite talent. He wants to spot. I don't think they have the third. I think they have the number 4 pick. I think Texans have number 3 overall. So, yeah, I mean, look, if there's a guy they really want that badly, they can go up and grab him if that's what they really want to do. You know what I mean? Thursday say, oh, come on. That was a good question. Dave says, we need to get Jalen Petre and Eagles Green. I was watching tape on him. This guy is legit. I think he's definitely the second best safety in this draft. The dude is a baller. I said we could trade 15, 101 and Dillard or Minka Fitzpatrick and 52 Steelers. Yeah, I mean, I think Minka's supposed to get a big contract. I think he's due for a big contract too. So I don't know if the Eagles are going to be interested in doing that. So I doubt that's going to happen. Mike Panthers don't have a second because of the Darnold trade. They could be very well in business. I don't even think they have a first round pick next year. Don't get me wrong. Didn't they trade a first round pick for next year as well? Johnson saw a mock draft where Quay Walker went before Nakobe Dean. Barry says, I don't think they burn a draft pick on running back this year. I think they're expected a big jump from Gainwell this year. That being said, what do you think the Eagles will do with Miles? I don't think they pay him. I really don't. Unless it's a team-friendly deal, I don't think they pay him after this year. I don't, because you have an offensive line right now for the future that you don't need to, pay running backs big money. I'm not even a big fan of paying the running backs big money at all. I'm just not. So, Philly Sports says, any late round hidden gems that you like for rounds 5? I haven't really looked 5 to 7 that deep, dude. I couldn't tell you. Like, I'm trying to get through the first 3 rounds right now with guys I'm going after right now. So I don't know that much late in the draft. I couldn't even tell you. Craig says Sauce has not given up a single touchdown. He's worth it. Put him on an island shutdown guy. I agree, man. If that's the guy they want. I mean, I'm good with getting Sauce. I'm good with getting Stingley. Even Andrew Booth. I mean, I don't like his zone coverage isn't good, but I'm drafting him for man to man. That's why I don't want to get Trent McDuffie, because I think he's going to be. I think he fits the Eagles scheme, but I'm not looking for scheme. I'm looking for best player available at cornerback, if that's the case. And I think he's the. I think as last I'll go in the first round is pretty much Booth and then Kyer Alam, if that's the case. McCreary is another one I think is very underrated that can go late first or pretty much, I would say, more second round at this point. Since I would trade a first next year and a second for the Giants 5th overall this year. Yeah, if you think you're trading with the Giants, that's definitely not going to happen. And we're not getting rid of a first round pick in next year's draft. I highly doubt it. Zachary says, I want a running back now, but I think they need to take him at Ariza in the 4th, Sanders, Scott, Gainwell, and Huntley, and plenty at running back. They're loaded at running back right now. They're loaded. Dyson said Jameson Williams at 15. Interesting. Breece Hall or Hassan Haskins. I've looked at Hassan Haskins a lot. I really do like him. He's got that bruiser mentality. Could shake guys off. Can carry guys on his shoulder. I mean, he's a punisher. When you get close to him, he likes the contact. So I really like Haskins a lot. I've looked at Breece Hall a little bit too, and I think he'd have a similar trait with him as well. So I like Haskins a lot from Michigan. I think he is from Michigan. Zary says we're releasing the ball quick at the line to get that QB. That's why Nakobe Dean led the team in sacks. Hurts or Bryce Young? I want to see what Jalen Hurts could do this year, man. I'm giving him a shot to see what he could do. And, go into his third year, only playing a year and a half of football, technically. So, Craig said Devin Lloyd is purely the most talented linebacker in the draft. I definitely agree with that. And Sauce played against Temple, Murray, Tulsa, Tulane. Not that impressed. Haven't played great comp. Sarah says if Miles Sanders balls out of the season and only then we'll pay him. I don't think they're going to do it. I really don't. I don't think they're going to pay him big money. I just don't see it happening because you have an offensive line to where you just plug in players on like mid-tier contracts. I don't think you have to pay a guy that much money. His health is in question too because his health has been hurt twice this past year, and they put him into a game and the playoff game. He wasn't even 85% healthy for that game, and they played the crap out of him. He didn't look good, Dom said, if you take a running back this year, what round? I'm looking between 4 to 6. Mingo says, my boy Joey, sorry I missed the last few streams. I'm back to support, bro. Just had to do. Oh, dude, congratulations, dude. Congratulations on that. But it's all good, man. Robert Jones, good afternoon, Joey. How's it going, man? What's going on, man? Hope everything's going well. Craig says, Joey, how would you feel if Colin Kaepernick got back in the NFL? I don't care. He can come back or stay retired. It don't matter to me. Whatever he wants to do. Chris says, Carolina would jump at the chance to get Minshew and the Eagles 18th, 51 for the 6th. I wouldn't do it. You're still not guaranteed sauce. No, at 6 you're not. The Giants make me nervous. The Jets, not so much. Because I think the Jets could go offensive line and they could go wide receiver because they've been looking hard for wide receivers badly this free agency. So we'll see. Philly Sports, like Kenny said that he wants to go crazy if you didn't hear that. Oh, the Kenneth Gainwell news? Oh, yeah, definitely. I hope they give him more snaps. He deserves more snaps. I think we saw, he had like 6 to 8 touchdowns this year. He had a good year this year. For a rookie, he had a really good year. Definitely a steal in the 5th round from Memphis. Memphis they do a good job at running backs over there. Dice says 15 Jameson Williams, 51 Ojabo. Ojabo in the 2nd round. I think the Eagles might actually take him. I think they might take him. He won't play for the year, but they'll take him because I think he'll be a really good future piece for us. But Jameson Williams, wouldn't mind it. Will Duncan says, Joey, give me your top 3 favorite players. Mine are Smith, Hurts, and Boston Scott. For me, it's Smith, Slay, and I don't even know. I would have to say Jordan Mailata is one of my favorites on the team now. Susan said, what if we trade up to 6 and take Kyle Hamilton? I don't think the Eagles will have to move up that much for him, to be honest. If they did, I wouldn't care. It'd be great. I mean, you get a safety for the future. Totally be fine with it. But, we'll see what they do. I don't know. Leonard Kell says, Joey, I like Hassan, running back from Michigan, 4th round. What do you think? This is Miles' last year to show, always injured. Yeah, I feel like it is. It's going to be his last. I feel like this is going to be his last year. It could be. I mean, Miles Sanders is one of my favorite players. Okay, but I just don't think that this is the time they're going to pay a running back a lot of money after this year just to run the ball. And he's not. And then if he gets hurt again this year, forget it. I am off the board with him getting paid, and I've already been off the board with him getting paid. I'm just not. So, no, it's not Kool-Aid. It's some powdered stuff. I don't know what it is. 4C, I think, or something like that. Some pomegranate type drink. I don't know what it is. Minka wants out. Chris says, I don't want to trade any of our early picks. There are really good players that we can get in the 4th, even 5th. The draft is loaded. It is. Sig says, what do you think is more NFL ready or has the higher ceiling, Burks or Olave? That's an interesting one. I think Olave does because with Burks, I think he's got some issue with I don't think his route running is fantastic. I think Olave has a better route tree than Burks. That's just me. When it comes to being consistent with catching, I think Burks is the guy. And Olave is used, obviously, everyone's with Olave. He's a small, for me, I think he's not too small of a receiver, but I think he's going to be used in the red zone a lot. He could stretch out a defense because you can use him in open space and would be a perfect number 2 for Devontae Smith. So Well, I like Wyatt, but Davis scares me. His hand's super glued to O-lineman. He can't shed. So I think, and a lot of people are talking about Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis is here to clog up the hole. I mean, take on double teams, free up Javon Hargrave if he's the future here, and will free up those defensive ends as well. He's going to garner a lot of attention. So, are you drinking pre-workout for the stream? Yeah, no pre-workout. Jay said they should call less read option to better evaluate Hurts. I doubt they will. Brian says, just watch Kurt Warner movie. Got to say it was really good. I heard it was really bad. That's what I heard from some people. Will says, what up, Joey? What's going on, man? No. It's quiet, man. It's quiet. It's Monday after Easter. Quiet. Dice said, would you see us trading 15-18 for 3 for Hudson? I don't see it happening. No, I don't. I mean, Walker's probably going to go. Walker's definitely going to the Jags. What it sounds like right now, Walker's going to the Jags. Hutchinson will probably go to the Detroit. I think he's actually having a visit with Detroit. I think today, or I had one yesterday. He's going today. Robert said my top 3: Kelsey, Slay, Graham. Chris says no way Sanders will be there after the draft. He's getting traded for a second-round pick, and Gainwell knows it. Interesting. Maybe he does. Who knows? Will says, Joey, I feel like Drake London is going to be that guy everyone sleeps on, then goes off. It could happen. Who knows? It could. What's making me really nervous right now is because he has this hamstring injury, apparently still. He still has this little hamstring issue that's going on. I know he had his pro day. He didn't run his 40, which he's not running his 40 for teams. The combine didn't run his 40. And then he actually canceled his first pro day and rescheduled it and told people that he wasn't going to do his 40. So I don't know. He could explode. Who knows? But I just don't think he has elite speed. I just don't think he has the speed in the NFL. That's just me, though. Not saying he doesn't have hands. Not saying he's good at contested catches. It's just, we'll see. Let's see who that said. Burke scares me. He was supposed to be electric, but ran. Yeah, I think he shows more on. I think he shows more on tape. I don't take the 42 like serious, but I think he shows a lot more on tape than what we're giving him right now. So, who's your favorite player in the draft? My favorite, like non-injuries or anything. Jameson Williams would be my favorite player in the draft, 100%. Big Ed said if Stanley Gardner are gone by 15. You could draft Kobe Bryant, Goddard, Gordon, Emerson, all good, will be available in the 3rd round. I don't think they're going to wait that long. For a number 2 starter, you're going to wait that long to get a corner? I don't see it happening. Can Davis play defensive end? Probably not. Zachary said Wyatt and Davis are nowhere near the DTs that Travis Jones is. Brian said Joey, is Daxton Hill going to be a safety or corner in the NFL? He could be. You can move him around. He might be that Malcolm Jenkins piece for a defense. He could move all around and make plays. Chris says, I love Sanders, but no way we are letting him walk for free. He's getting traded. He's a free agent after this year. We're not paying him. Mon says Davis can't play defensive end. Student says, what's the highest Sauce or Stanley could go? I think Sauce Sauce is going to go at least top 5, top 6 at this point. Stingley could go as high as 12 just because I don't think he's getting past 12 just because the Vikings, they don't have Gladney anymore. They have Patrick Pearson on 1-year deal. They have a major hole at corner right now. So I could see the Vikings at 12 pick him up. So I don't think he's passing 12. One hand says no, Drake London can't separate, man. Red flag. I said Wyatt will be 24 when the season starts. No thanks. Craig says, I don't think any team would draft a running back in the 1st round. I wouldn't. I would never draft a running back in the 1st round. Robinson sounds like Honey Badger waiting on after draft to sign. I hope not. We can get him signed before the draft. Maria says he's still running the 40. He hasn't gotten open yet. Shane says Jared Cinderbaum says he says he wants the Giants to go get Kenny Pickett. Philly Sports, how do you feel about Lyler Gordon? I don't know who that is. The only Kyler Gordon. Kyler Gordon from the outside corner for Washington. I think he's great. I mean, that's the guy you should draft for man-to-man in the 1st round. If that's who you want to get, that's the guy you definitely get. Because McDuffie's not a man-to-man guy. He's a zone coverage inside corner. That's the size of Vontae Max. Kyler Gordon is the dude if you want to get from Washington for man-to-man. Ivory said, what up, Joey? Can we get a prediction of what players you think the Birds will get round 1? What I think they will get, I mean, from my opinion or their opinion, my opinion, I think for what I think they should do is they would go get defensive line and cornerback. They move up for Sauce or whoever, and they should, or Sauce, Stingley, or Booth, and then they go draft one of those defensive tackles from Georgia. If it's the Eagles, I think they're going corner and wide receiver. That's what I think they're doing in the first round. Brian says if Hamilton and Stingley somehow are on board at 15-18, could Eagles possibly draft them both? No, both definitely not. Oh, Hamilton and Stingley. They could. I mean, they could go corner. They can go corner receiver. They can go corner safety. They could go either or. Students, I don't care what we draft on defense. Just get a starter. Just get somebody that's promising. They said grab linebacker, safety in the first, draft Kobe Bryant, Goodrich, Gordon Emerson, all good. It will be available in the third round, and Travis Jones in the second. 5 stars in the first, third if done right. Class is deep. Greg said, what do you think of Bryant, the other corner from Cincy, third round steal? Heard some really good things about him. I haven't watched too much tape on him, but I thought he as a corner I think his coverage is really good. I don't know if he's been injured, so I have to look at that. I think there was an injury with him, so I'm not sure. Died said, do you think we can get a free agent receiver next year? Oh, probably, but it just depends what we do this year. If they get another receiver in the draft this year, I don't see them. I really don't see them getting another one next year, the draft wise. Maybe if they fill in a gap, maybe in free agency, if that's the case, depending on, I don't know what the free agent class looks like next year, so I'm not sure. Ale says, I feel like Honey Badger trolling us going to join the Rams because they won the Super Bowl. Who's the other guy that trolled us so badly? The defensive end. Oh my God. I forgot his damn name, but that guy used to troll us. That guy trolled us really bad. He trolled us hard. I'm not even kidding. Brian said not most talented group of wide receivers in the draft, but a lot of stars for sure. 100%. Well, we need a number 2 guy. That's what we're looking for. You know what I mean? So we're not looking for that number 1 guy. Seriously, my buddy just asked me this. I said, hell no, but want to get your thoughts. How would you feel if we would sign Amari Cooper? No. I mean, he's what was his contract with the Browns? Did he sign a new deal? I forgot what his contract was, but he's not available. Philly Sport Devon Smith will have a breakout season next year. I'm hoping it's going to depend on Jalen Hurts. Yeah, the Yannick Ngakoue. There you go. That guy was trolling the crap out of us. Holy crap. That was bad. I mean, that was bad. I believe he says the defense ended with trolled us. You're talking about Derek. Yeah. Shane says, do you think sniffing ball team has better chances with Kenny Pickett or Matt Corral? Sniffing ball? What the hell is that? Has no better chance with Kenny Pickett or Matt Corral. Do we still have Folger receiver? Travis Fulgham? No, he went to Denver, I think. I forgot where he went. He's on another team now. Will said Jordan D-line really doesn't have production to be all first rounders. Top 5 defensive end has less than 5 sacks. The 2 defensive tackles had 11 combined sacks through his career. As I said, Yannick just wanted to come to Philly. That's why he was mad. Jay says Jordan Davis and Drake London in the first, moving up in the second for Petre would be boss moves. There's a lot of people that like Drake London. A lot of people that like Drake London. I don't trash anybody for for anybody having interest in Drake London. I mean, we'll see. It's definitely a Howie move, though. It's definitely a Howie move. Sigger says, besides Mark Holmes, I think Cowboys for Life was the biggest troll and douchebag on YouTube. Yeah, mock draft. Me and Philly are going to be doing a mock draft together. We're going to be doing a mock draft together next week. Jay says, I'm pretty confident someone good drops at 15. Oh no, somebody's going to drop. We're going to be surprised and shocked that somebody's going to drop at 15. Somebody's going to drop to us at 15. We're going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe he's there. I mean, there's a chance. Drake London brings the Nelson Aguilar vibes. Will says, what about that receiver from North Dakota? Oh, Christian Watson in the second round? Yeah, they could. I heard, I don't know, everyone's talking about he drops a lot of balls. He's got a high drop percentage. But he reminds me of Deebo Samuel because he could play running back and receiver too. Jonathan says, why is everyone so high on Jordan Davis? He lost weight and ran a grade 40, was out of breath during games. Yeah, I heard he's not a 3-down defensive tackle, but I think with more work with him, he's gonna be an instant. He's gonna explode. I think first game, no joke. I think he's gonna do well here. So he says, I'm stoked. Only 10 more days till the draft. That's what I'm saying. We'll be going live on draft night, bro. We'll be live. Philly Sports, everybody's saying multiple wideouts in the top 10, so people are. Oh yeah, no, that definitely. I could see 2 receivers. I could see maybe a quarterback, some defensive ends. I think somebody will be there. I think we're gonna get somebody. Somebody will be there at 15, guys. Always somebody's gonna drop. They're gonna be like, oh my god, what's happening? Like you're gonna, you never know. You never know what's gonna happen. You never know what's gonna happen. See here. Robbie says, huge concerns about Jordan Davis. Do not want him. He has a huge risk of mismanage. His weight, stamina is a huge concern. Wyatt has some off the field stuff in production in college was not great. That's what everybody's saying. And I think his weight is definitely something you have to watch out for in the future. I mean, he's 340 pounds. So I mean, you got to watch out for his weight too, because if he gains more weight, he could lose explosiveness. So they really have to maintain him in a good way, and he has to take care of himself. So Ladder says, late to the party. Hey, Joey, what do you think of Kyle Murray rumors? Yeah, I don't know, dude. What friggin' from Dan Sileo? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know why he put out a tweet like that. Like he put out this tweet saying that talks were heating up between Eagles and Cardinals for him, which I don't know why he'd put something out like that 10 days before the draft. I don't get it. So from LSU quarterback Derek Stingley is not expected to fall out of the top 10. Oh no, he is not expected to fall out of the top 10. Yeah, he might not. He might not be. Let's see. 3 down 2 cup says Thomas Mott can suck a D. Oh man. Who said that? Thomas Mott, the infamous Thomas Mott from Eagles Now. I don't even watch his stuff because I he's like another, like, I don't know. He's not realistic with his stuff. So, and plus I thought he was an Eagles fan, but he's not. And I saw that he does videos for the Falcons. He's a Falcons content creator. And he used to cover the 49ers a long time ago too. So I don't know. Dies now. Can you see us drafting Magaki Moore safety Alabama 2023? Allen says we should all chip in and get you a crystal ball. Yeah, let's do it up. I'm good with a crystal ball. Let's do it up. John said there's not a perfect player. Everyone has off the field issues. They just have to mature. I agree. Serious Dub said we need a bruiser running back in the draft, probably 3rd or 4th. Will says I hate how Fletch slowed down at this point of his career. Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. Oops. It's unfortunate, dude. It's unfortunate. You know, like that's what's gonna happen sometimes. It's the Argrave says, as much as I want a new quarterback, give me Hurts over Kyler 365 days a year. He's a little baby. He refused to watch game tape and quit on this team. He wants $40 million a year. Hard pass. Paul said Thomas Mott is a 49ers fan, went to Baylor where I'm from too. Yeah, he covered the 49ers. He covers the Eagles. Now he covers the Falcons. So he covers like a 3-team. Not the 49ers anymore. I think he covers the Falcons and the Eagles now. Vincent says Wyatt draft status is dropping. I think Wyatt could be a top 10 pick this year. He could, he might not. He might be I'd say he could be at 15. He might be a top 15, I'd say. Jason, someone is going to take a QB top 15 every single draft. QBs are reached for regardless of how good they are. Yeah, they might. I mean, we might be surprised. Thomas Mott is a clown. Thomas Mott sounds like a weasel. Mike said, "Do you put Sauce and Stingley?" Oh, here's the thing. Here's the thing that happened. So I found out. So here's the thing. So Eagles now. So in their videos, in their description of their videos, I found this out from somebody. Somebody sent me some screenshots. And I had to go check myself. Mott actually puts like all Eagles content creators like names in this description at the bottom, so that their videos pop up before our videos pop up when people search for Eagles content. So I found that out the other day. He actually puts like 500 me, Philly Take with RB, Mike Brunson. He puts everybody's name. Everybody, all the big guys. He puts all their names in their descriptions, which it was kind of stupid, but so. What I did was I did the same thing with mine. So the bomb, if you look at my description at the bottom, I did the same thing because he did it to us. So I just did it back. I said, if you want to, I put his name at the bottom just so it's down there. I don't know. I think it's funny though. He said, what would be your reaction if Howie trades both first round picks and doesn't pick at all in the first round? Yeah, that would really piss me off. Yeah, it would definitely piss me off. Philly Sports said, now that I know that I'm something from Eagles. That's what I swear to God, 100%. That's what happened. I swear to God, that's what happened. You look at the descriptions for those videos, you'll see like he put all our names on the bottom of their description. It's actually funny. CA says, what do you think about Muma? I think he has the best coverage ability in former corner. I need to watch more of him. Graveside, I got Cilio real upset the other day. He doesn't like to be questioned. Cameron said, what two positions do you target? Safety, safety and corner would be obvious, but I think they have to go defensive line and cornerback. He said, much as I love Miles, he has done enough. We might need to draft a running back. I think they're drafting a running back this year. I'd be shocked if they don't. I don't know why he did that. I have no idea, but I swear to God, 1,000,000% that's what happened. And if you check, it'd probably be on some videos. If you check for some videos now or some videos in the past, he's done it before. So Jay said, Ray Diddy said the other day, I've been saying for weeks, Christian Watson and is a Jordy Nelson. Jaden says, what do you think about ABD second round? Yeah, the defensive end for Penn State, I think he's really good, man. I think he gets constant pressure. I think he has a really nice bend around the edge. I'd be fine with that. You know what I mean? Like, I really was a big fan of getting defensive end in the first round before Ojabo went down. And, I thought because Trevon Walker was moving up in this draft after the combine, I thought, Ojabo was going to help Ojabo becoming an Eagle at 15. That's what I thought. And then, pretty much after Ojabo went down, they signed Derek Barnett. I said to myself, they're probably not going defensive end in the first round now. So, Diane said, do you see us trading for a safety? I don't know. I don't know if they're really going to be trading anybody. I don't know if they're going to be trading for anybody right now. There could be. I mean, look, Howie's been under the radar. Even the one for Calvin Ridley was kind of a surprise. We didn't know it was actually going to happen. Like, we were talking about a trade that he could go for, and he went for it, and it was supposed to be done. It didn't happen. So, all right, well, we got 140 in the chat. We've been over an hour already. We're not going to do a crazy long today. I got some other stuff I have to do today, and I'm definitely going to have more channel memberships up. So if you haven't subscribed, you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you are subscribed too, because YouTube has been unsubscribing people. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit the like button if you guys haven't. Check out in the pinned comment description below for all the extra content and the memberships. Doesn't matter what tier you get. It's all right there for extra content if you want it. I've been putting up a lot of videos. We're almost at our 30th video for the Joey Shakes Reacts highlight reactions. So definitely check some of those out. We have, updates on my setup and other stuff like that. So been kind of crazy. CA said, what's your ideal first round? Just want certified stars potential. I want to get one of the Georgia defensive tackles. I'm really going for one of those two guys. And I want to go get Sauce Stingley or Andrew Booth. One of those three cornerbacks I'm totally fine with. So how he hasn't scheduled a single running back in this draft. I think he's good at running back. No, that doesn't matter, dude. Just because he has had a pre-draft visit with a certain player doesn't mean anything. I mean, they drafted Andre Dillard in 2019 in the first round, the first pick of the draft, and they didn't even have Andre Dillard on a pre-draft visit. So pre-draft visits don't mean a damn thing, whether they're here or they're not here. It does not matter. It helps, definitely, but Dante said I'd trade up and get Sauce, 100%. Jay says, hey, Joe, do you think Calvin Ridley is still in play for next year? Hey, he could be. He could be. I could see it happening. Sixers says, I just got to work, bro. Catch you on the next. All right, dude, you enjoy. I hope you enjoy the game tonight, too. Sixers play at, 7:30? God, Tyrese Maxey, man. Jesus Christ, man. What a game he had. I mean, Joel Embiid played subpar. I mean, he didn't even play good. And look what you got. I mean, holy crap, dude. Graves says Teron Walker is going to bust so badly. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's a freak athlete 100%, but I don't know if Jaguars are kind of reaching for him. Jane says Sauce would be amazing, honestly. If we get him and Matthew, we're going to have a great defense. Let's see here. Mad Max. Playoff Maxi. Maxi's a clip. Yeah, that's definite, dude. Oh man, I wanted him to get 40 points so bad in that game the other night. I was hoping he was going to get it, but they had him in for the last couple minutes just so he get some shots off to get that 40 points. But it's opening so much. I mean, if he could play like that every game on top of and like I said, Embiid didn't really play a great game either. He didn't really play a great game. He missed some free throws too. But Derek said that's completely different. They didn't meet the Dillard because they didn't think he would even be possibly, and they had his at the best alignment in the draft. Oh, I don't know. Well, dude, I mean, I'm just making a statement that if they had interest in him, they didn't bring him on a visit. So, I mean, it's just facts. That's what happened. So, Mike said, I don't understand why really suspension was so people do way worse and get yeah, I mean, there's domestic violence and all this other crap that happens. And these guys get suspended 6 games. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's crazy. Max Comer is the worst. Nuggets said, Pickens reminds me of DK, just has the attitude that is meant to fill it. Oh, 100%. George Pickens, oh, man. I mean, I like him because he reminds me of more of a deep threat, but he has height to him at 6'3". I love his size and the way he moves with his size. Pause. But that's all I'm going to say. And it's good. 3-2 got to Minshew as a backup. Hurts was drafted to be backup. I'm intrigued to taking a look at Jordan Love and possible trade first round QB draft to replace Rodgers. He has been learning behind him. That's true. That's true too. That is definitely true. Ravens have released wide receiver Miles Boykin. Interesting. Let's see. Yeah, there's nothing really going on. I don't know. Everyone's saying Miles Boykin. What? I don't know. I've never really watched him too much. Sorry, so you're comparing not being one player, not being an entire positional grouping. I'm just stating facts. They didn't have a pre-draft visit with Dillard in 2019 for that draft. That's all I'm saying. I mean, when Ezekiel Elliott came out of the draft, the Eagles brought him in for a pre-draft visit. I mean, and they weren't even near that pick. So I think you're wrong, dude. I think you're totally wrong. I said, do you think Kayvon Thibodeaux's head case my fault? I don't care, dude, about this off the field issues. I don't know. I don't really care about that too much. For me, I really don't care about it too much because it's depends what it is. It depends how many years it was. It depends if it was recent. I don't know. It just depends. It everyone has their own opinion on that type of stuff off the field. What's an off the field issue that's a huge problem? So, or attitude issue or whatever it is. That's him and Hamilton falling. I could be. Could be. But it's going to be really interesting, man. It's a big question mark. It's a big question mark going into this draft. I have no idea what they're doing. I wish I had some type of, from what they're showing us right now, I feel like they have a lot of interest at cornerback. They didn't sign Steven Nelson back. So they brought in Sauce. They brought, they brought in some guys. We'll see. They brought in Andrew Booth. They brought in Sauce. So they brought in a trade-up candidate and a guy that could be there at 15 if that's the case. So Shane says someone will pick Kayvon and will be 10 better with Clavon. We'll see. I think they need defensive tackle. I'm kind of waiting. I'm kind of waiting for this whole thing with Tyrann Mathieu to kind of shore up, because if he's not even signed by a team, not even officially us, but not even by a team by the draft, then we'll see what the Eagles do if they don't pick us. If they feel like they got this trade, maybe they make the trade. Maybe the trade gets done during the draft. Maybe it's going to be done. I don't know. To me, I'm not really sure. Bench for goal. Eagles says, "Wings up, Joey Davis is a fridge, a full one at that. Time to feed the team if he goes to Philadelphia." I said, Honey Badger wants to come here, but only stop playing. This Rose said, I hate not knowing college players. I look up the highlights on guys you mentioned, but that just makes everyone look great. Yeah, I know. I understand that, but I do research on top of it. I don't just look at highlights. I research the stuff too on their pros or cons. I haven't watched full games on everybody, but I watched full games on a few players. It just depends like how much time I have to do it. You know what I mean? It's a lot of work, because I'm not no draft expert. I'm just excited for the draft. And, I watch college football, as much as I possibly can, but I don't have a favorite team. And I just, I kind of just watch everybody from afar. So that's as far as it really goes with me for the time I have. You know what I mean? I'd take Davis and Booth if we stay put. I would. I would do it. I would definitely do it. 100% I would do it. But, we'll see. We'll see when the time comes. But, all right. Well, guys, I'm going to head out. We've been over an hour and 12. I wasn't going to do a long one today. This week we'll be streaming every day. The next week we'll be going crazy. So, we're going to try to – next week we're going to try to fit in a couple – we're going to try to fit in a Philly shakedown next week early, because obviously the draft is next weekend. So, we're going to try to fill in a Philly shakedown next weekend early. We'll be streaming from both channels for the draft for 3 days, 13 and a half hours of streaming, which is going to be fun. It's going to be great. I'm very excited. The whole weekend's going to be fun. And hopefully we don't, end up freaking out over stupid crap. So hopefully not. George said just to get the deal done, Howie, so we can get on with the draft. Hopefully we can get a deal done with Honey Badger. That's what I'm hoping, dude. I'm hoping it's done before the draft. Hopefully between this week and next week it's done, because I really need it to be done. Really need it to be done. So we'll see what happens. But, guys, I know it was a short one today, but we'll be back. We'll have a couple of vids out tomorrow. We'll have some channel membership videos out tomorrow as well. So definitely stay put. Check it out. Subscribe, like the stream if you guys haven't, and we'll be back tomorrow with more. All right, guys, you guys have a fantastic day, and we'll see you on the next one tomorrow, all right, for episode 13 of Road to the Draft, Philadelphia Eagles. So, all right, guys, you guys have a fantastic day. SHAKESQUAD up, follow side. Peace out, guys.